And we're live here in Nourish, Heal, and Thrive. I'm really excited. I have Joy Taylor here today, and I met Joy through Alternative Balance, actually, which is like an insurance company. But she had this networking group, and I went to it twice now. I really enjoy what she does and what she provides, and she also is a healer, and she helps businesses and does all kinds of cool things. So I really wanted to share what Joy does with the group. So Joy, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you, Derek. I liked you the minute I met you on the screen. Your
Uh,
smile and your sincerity and the playfulness you bring to it all. So I'm happy we get to be here in this community and share light, share love, share wisdom, share what wants to be revealed.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So well, why don't we share with the group who you are and where you're from and what you do?
I live in Mount Shasta, California. If you've heard of it, it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sanctuary of pure water and air and mountain and recreation, which is recreation. So I'm blessed to live here with my husband. And I've been here since 1998. And I do work locally, which I enjoy. And then I also facilitate online, primarily, like you said, in the arena of healing and awakening. Life is a spiritual practice, business is a spiritual practice, relationship, all of these are our curriculum. It's how we grow, it's how we evolve in consciousness. So I bring together people who are creators, who are seeing their life, their work, their relationships as part of the journey of more expansion. So that's really the kind of work I do. That's vague enough, maybe, to get started. Yeah.
Yeah, so talk about how you kind of got into doing, helping people on their journey and things like that. What
Yeah.
inspired it?
I was born and I was 5 years old when I started, I guess, realizing that I was having spiritual experiences. I would lay down on the couch and I could feel all this energy all around me, and I would start dissolving into the light around me. And, looking back now, I have those first experiences of just, it felt so good. It felt so good to kind of feel love. I think that's what I was doing. And I changed my name at 5 from Joe to Joy. And so you asked me, how did I get into serving others and facilitating consciousness, if we could call it that? I think it's just what I'm here to do. And it started, Derek, as a massage therapist and an energy worker. And that was the beginning of my career. So my first layer of doing this work started with the physical body, with muscles, with memory in the fascia. Yeah. Yeah.
So our journey is we start with the muscles and the body, and now we get into the more spiritual and conscious. How do we get there?
Yeah. Well, maybe you can relate because you help people with their physical bodies too.
Yeah,
So often when we're working on the physical level, things show up on the emotional level.
absolutely.
And then so I'm working with people on the table and they're crying. Or I'm working with someone on the table and she's just divulging all of this past hurt and having a space that's safe to let go. And so I really was working on more than the physical body. And then more and more people actually sought me out and asked if I would do like coaching work. And I was also doing herbology at the time and walking people through detox programs. Same thing, right? You're working on the physical body, cleaning up the body. Trauma is going to be released, memories are going to be released, emotions. Um, so they can't even be separate, in my world now. Is this really, are you relating to this?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is good stuff.
yeah, yeah. And when we do the transformation on the inner level, it can therefore also affect the outer. So it's both. Some people say, I'm going to take care of my body and do a cleanse and heal my body. And in the process, they actually let go of some past memories, let go of some patterns, might even let go of limiting beliefs, because maybe the liver was caught in a difficult cycle, and by taking a break and letting it rest and letting it replenish and giving it herbs, it restores itself. And so the frustration that was in the liver, or the anger, because liver anger, it needs to be released in that process too, right?
Yeah,
So that would be like starting on the outside with the physical body, and it starts cleansing the inner body, but it goes the other way around. When we do the inner work, when we bathe in love, when we bathe in pure consciousness, when we give ourselves time in nature, it regulates our nervous system. There's a chance for us to regulate, and then the innate healing inside the body changes the physical. So we started with the inner work, but then it starts transforming the outside physical, and that's true healing. And I think it's important that people approach it both ways and just know that both is going to happen for the optimal health. Both is going to happen.
sure.
Yeah.
So did you come about this all by yourself with the consciousness and the inner work? Or was this something that maybe you stumbled upon, or that, maybe you were working on yourself and now you want to help others? How did you figure out how to help people from the
Do you
inside?
remember? Do you remember Louise Hay? Have you ever heard of
Sure.
Louise Hay? Right, and she wrote that book, "You Can Heal Your Life," I think, and it's all the affirmations.
Yeah, I think I have that book.
Okay, so I'm 16, maybe 15 years old. I have scoliosis. I have a curvature in my spine. I get turned on to that book, and the affirmation is, I stand tall and free. I love and appreciate me. My life gets better every day. That was the affirmation that was the recipe for healing if you have scoliosis. And when I read it, I was like, oh, because I wasn't standing tall and free. I was like shrinking down. So I got scoliosis. And then the other one, I love and appreciate me. I wasn't loving and appreciating myself. I was critical of myself. Okay. And then my life gets better every day. That was the third part of my affirmation, my recipe for healing. And I could see that I tended to see what wasn't working more than what was working, and that I needed to really make some changes in my thought pattern. So I said that affirmation over and over and over again, and it worked for me. So I believe that that is kind of when I just somatically got it. It's not different.
Right.
So, and then I did have scoliosis. So I did have, back issues, and I did get body work when I was young. I got chiropractic and massage like at 17 and 18. So by the time I was in college in 19, I took a massage class, and then by the time I was 25, I was licensed, and it was my work for over a decade, my delight, because it did help me so much,
Yeah.
getting the body work while making the changes of thought. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah. That's great. You have the book.
yeah, it's actually right here. I
Oh,
don't know if you
that's
can see it,
great.
right? Is this
Oh,
it?
can't see it. Yeah. Heal your body.
Yeah.
Louise Hayes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I use it all the time. It's funny how, our illnesses or our pains in our body all relate to where that illness or pain is in our body.
There are signs, there
Yeah.
are there are collective consciousness themes. I'm always careful, right? Make sure try it on. If someone says the right side knee is fear of moving forward, right is
Right.
moving forward, left is back, right. um Try it on. Does that feel true? Or where in your life does it feel true, before just adopting that it's always the same for
Sure.
everyone. But it is pretty fascinating. It makes sense. The body is a map. It totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Candace Pert, she's someone else I studied, and She's the body is your subconscious mind
Right.
and all the science, and we know this more and more and more now that we live out our subconscious through our physicality. And even like the break in the bond between a child and its mother or father, but especially mother, that break can, they've done studies now that if there is a distance there of love, someone's blocking love, those people are going to be more likely in midlife to have health issues.
Hmm.
You know, all of this is getting studied now, which is empowering.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about our conversation today, and I don't know a lot about you either, Derek. And I was just so curious, like how you got into this work.
Well, a lot of people in the group know my story, but just briefly, it was like 2018, 2019. I was in a really low point in my life. You think I would be in this great place because I was doing my dream career and I was just doing really cool stuff, all, physical exterior kind of things. But on the inside, I was hurting. I was probably depressed. I was overweight. I was always that year I was always getting sick. And in my mind, I thought it was just stress. So I decided to take this 5-week vacation and I went to East Africa and I went to Uganda and I trekked with the gorillas and I saw the chimpanzees and I did safaris and then I went to Kenya and did safaris there and then Tanzania and did safaris there and I slept, I camped in the Serengeti. I did a balloon ride over the Serengeti and then I climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. I went all the way to the top and I ended my trip with a few days in Zanzibar so I could relax on the beach. And it was just as epic as it sounds. But when I got home, I didn't like my pictures. I was embarrassed to show people the pictures with me in them because I was overweight and I did not look like a happy guy. So I decided right there, I got to make a change. And I got a fitness coach, and he helped me with getting consistent with diet and exercise. But something still felt like it was missing. And then I found an energy healer and we changed my mindset and my beliefs, my subconscious, and the weight just melted off. I was down 50 pounds and I've kept most of it off. I've built some muscle up, so I'm a little heavier than now, but I'm in a good place. Really happy. And I just want to help other people now, change their mindset so we can create the healthy habits, so we can be healthy and happy and all that great stuff.
What a great story. We're so singing the same song, aren't
Yeah.
we?
Yeah.
What courage, what daring, how bold. It's amazing to me, like once there's a resolve, like sometimes the biggest step in the health journey is just resolve, like getting really crystal clear on I want this. I want it more than anything else. Here's why I want it. Then it becomes a little bit more like a devotion than a discipline for me,
Yeah.
and yeah, anytime I'm kind of embarking on like whatever my next health journey is, I gotta be ready. And it
Right.
feels like you were so ready. it's
Yeah.
it's a great story, Derek. It's
Yeah.
really great. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool, good for you.
And sometimes we need to go through whatever that, some people call it that dark night of the soul. Some people just call it depressed, whatever it is, we need to go through that sometimes to really see what we truly want.
I agree. I've had plenty my share of hard knocks and difficult passages and loss. Um, I was recently told that someone did a palm analysis with me and said, "Oh, wow, you have a Persephone line." And I was like, "What's that? Have you
Yeah.
heard of it?"
Yeah. What is it?
It's this deep, deep line. And it basically means that you've been through the dark, you've been to the
Um,
underworld, you understand how to hold space. People who have this line have a tendency to know how to hold for people who are going through their difficult times. And it's really cool that you just said we all need that. Like we grow through our suffering because it's when we triumph. We grow through joy too. I mean,
Right.
I we can learn so much bliss dancing, but we also learn when we lose something, when we hit the shame button, when we grieve. And so anyway, being able to hold space for people while they're with and going through that, because the only way through is through. That's the Persephone line. And most people in this group have it or have that capability because we're all here as way showers, right? We're not trying to hurry people along on their transformation. We're here to guide them. I feel like that's why I call myself a companion guide. Is I want to be here with you while this inevitable innate wisdom of healing takes place in your life. And I love and accept you as you are in the process. It's a very nice way to move through the hard times within ourselves and others. Yeah. Yeah.
So how do you get clients? Who's your typical type of clients? Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, I kind of have two ways that I most work with people. So they're similar in the sense that they are people who are on the path and waking up and really want to do the work, really want to like go through the shadow, look at themselves. And I support business owners and entrepreneurs and visionaries in manifesting work that they love. I have a background as a business trainer, so I really get to bring all of that over there. And then my husband and I do programs for couples and singles together, and we share consciousness and love and skills and communication and what it means to be safe and how to really support a nurturing relationship. So we do that together. And so those are people who are interested in having beautiful, healthy, evolutionary relationships and want the skills and the practice and the community to do that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and let's talk about community a little. We met through a networking event that you set up.
Yeah.
I also really appreciate community. That's part of the reason I started this group. So I'd love to hear kind of your take on community and what
Yeah.
that brings for you.
I think that's how I think talk about heal and nourish and thrive. Talk about community and this community you've created. For me, absolutely. In circles and community, we all get to be responsible for our own process of healing and we get to be uplifted and inspired by others. We're not meant to do it alone. I mean, we really are as tribal people, like at our core, we're relational. So it's through each other, it's through the mirrors of each other. You being my mirror, you mirroring back and reflecting to me and me to you, that we both get to see new things and we get to grow and we don't even have to work hard at it. It's so much easier in my experience. I do one-on-one work and I'm more and more in the last couple of years leading circles, my visionary women's circle, relationship circle. I have a women's relationship, and then my husband and I, they're circles, a leadership circle, because then we come together in that model and it's a learning lab. And I'm not so much the teacher as the facilitator, offering opportunities for people to go inside to find their own wisdom, because that's when it clicks, is when we find it inside ourselves. And I think then also in the circle or in the community, well, just what you're doing, you're highlighting all these members that you're having these lives with, and we learn from each other. We just learn so much from each other, walking each other home. I think it's the way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously you agree, you're doing this, and I just love that you're doing this.
Oh, thank you.
Was
Yeah,
it, I'm so curious, what was your initial intention? Like when it came to you to do this community, what was like the deeper mission? that really came to you, or the moment where
Yeah,
you said,
I wanted to serve. I wanted to find a way to serve. So I decided to not make the group about me and make it about the people in the group. And by doing that, I would just interview people in the group. And my goal was when we first met, I had just started.
yeah,
The goal was to do 100 interviews in 100 days. And I did 100 interviews in like 79 or 80 days. So I'm now kind of taking a break. I was doing like three a day for a
yeah.
while, so now I'm more like three a week. But I love it. I love that I get to talk to new people and, you know, share their gift with, now I have over 3,500 people in the group, so I get to share their gift, your gift with all these people that, didn't even know you were around. So
See what I love about this, Derek, and I felt it when we met. Like your intention is so pure. And when I work with entrepreneurs on growing their business, we're like energy first, then strategy. I'm an intuitive business strategist. So I can get strategy and I love strategy, but it's not the path to success. It's the intention.
right.
It's just coming from love, coming from heart. It's being authentic in that. That's what the world's looking for right now. They're not looking for manipulation or monetization or anything fear based. We're looking for hope and we're looking for community. And if any of you, well, a lot of people in your group are entrepreneurs and in the health field
Yeah.
as professionals. That's my niche. That's who I work with when I'm doing business circles or one on one. That's who I've identified. I'm here to help because I want to be hanging out with people in the transformation space because my bigger mission is to support the transformation on the planet, to be part of that dialogue and that inspiration. So if I can support people like you in growing larger communities really and expanding your reach and your service, I feel so blessed that I get to do that.
We're blessed that you're with us and you get to share with us today. I think I
Yeah.
could talk to you all day, Joy, but I know we can't go forever. So is there anything that we didn't get to that you want to talk about?
There's a million things we didn't get to, but it was really fun to just have the conversation we had. That was my intention, right? Just to
Yeah.
share and hopefully inspire people. So thank you, Derek.
Yeah. How does everyone get a hold of you?
Joytaylor.com, a
Okay.
soulinspiredlife.com, both take you to my website. And then Joy Taylor Inspired is my Facebook and my YouTube and Instagram.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. We're going to have you leave those links in the comments so people
Okay.
can just click and they don't have to go through the video to try and figure it out. But any final words you want to leave everyone with?
Everyone. Yeah. Well, if you've lasted this long and you've been with us and you're listening, I just feel gratitude for the work that you're doing and the light that you're shining. And I think what I want to leave you with is keep going, keep doing it, keep shining your light as big as you can and bright because it's time. And there's a ripple of transformation that you offer other people just by being in your light, no matter how many likes you have, how many clients you have, whatever you actually think you're doing a lot by just shining your light. So that's what I want to say. And thank you, Derek.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you so much.
All
So
right.
we really appreciate you doing this. Thank you everybody for watching. Joy's going to put her links in the comments. So if you resonate with her, just click on those links and connect with her. And if you want to shine your light, if you want to share your gift, comment interview. And so we can spotlight you. And even if you're struggling, just interview as well, and we'll support you wherever you need that support. So thanks again, Joy. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you at the next one.
Awesome. Thank you, Derek.